So there are two types of injuries under workers' compensation in Colorado. And the first is what we typically think of as accidents. And the other kind of injury in workers' compensation in Colorado are called occupational diseases. What are they? How are they different? It can get tricky. Hi everyone, this is Kaplan Morrell with Colorado law firm Kaplan Morrell, and we've been helping injured and disabled workers and their families get the benefits they deserve for work injuries since 1997. And if this video is helpful to you, please be sure to hit like and subscribe and be part of our online community. Comment below. We'd love to have you. Today we're going to talk about occupational diseases. I'm going to tell you about 5 things you need to know about occupational diseases in Colorado for work injuries. We're going to talk about what it is, how they're different, and how to report them. So, what's an occupational disease? An occupational disease is a problem, a condition, an injury that you have as a result of your employment, not because something specific happened, like a trip and fall, or rhinoceroses came and trampled you, etc. Typically, they tend to be things that happen over time without you necessarily knowing about it. So, classic example is mold in the building, right? Mold causing respiratory issues. Another example would be you're just doing heavy lifting your entire life, your entire job. It's a really heavy job, and over time, it just gets harder and harder and harder. And pretty soon, you're not even able to recuperate after the weekend. It still hurts. And now your back is shot, etc., because you've been doing a lifetime of heavy lifting. Those are what are kind of called occupational diseases. What's weird is a lot of times people don't understand, including supervisors, that occupational diseases are also covered under workers' compensation. It doesn't just have to be an accident, but can also include that wear and tear on your body, or it can include something that happened where you're not sure when exactly it happened, you're not sure when you got exposed to that mold or to that virus or to COVID or something, but somewhere you were, and therefore it's covered. Those are still covered events under workers' compensation, but they can be tricky to report. Like, for example, when is your date of injury? You know, if you were exposed to mold, when was it? Was it the date that the mold was first there? Would you even know that? Was it the date you first lifted a heavy box? Or was it the time you did it, the 1,000th time, 5 years into the job? Typically, what we use for the date of injury is the date you first went to a doctor and said, my back hurts. I'm having trouble breathing. It's when you first sought medical care for this condition. That's the date of injury. Next, if you have an occupational disease claim, unfortunately, you need to be prepared to disclose and be prepared that the insurance company is going to investigate what you're doing off the clock. They're going to want to know if you smoke. They're going to search and see if you smoke. For example, you've got emphysema and you're saying it's because of exposure to chemicals on the job, and then all of a sudden they find out that you also work on your car and you do a lot of auto body stuff on your spare time, and you're exposed to similar or same chemicals off the job as well. So be prepared on an occupational disease claim to have an attorney, hopefully, help you navigate and properly report and put into context those things you're doing off the clock so that the employer can't necessarily blame it unfairly on the few times that you did that off the clock. Finally, you need to understand that occupational diseases can be what's called apportioned. What does apportionment mean? Apportionment means that employers can try, it's difficult, but they can still try to say that not all of your condition was due to the exposure at work. So what that means is that that's why I said employers are going to be really interested to see what you're doing off the clock, et cetera, because if they can say, listen, 25% of this is due to his job, but the other 75% is due to him working auto body work, spare time on the weekends, and that's what it is, you might get into fights over that as well. Again, it's going to be really important that you have an experienced attorney who knows how to put into context and to proper perspective the differences between doing what you're doing at work versus on your own spare time. That's why if you've got an occupational disease claim, it's really important that you chat and talk with an attorney who knows workers' compensation and can guide you through this process. So if you or a member of your family need help within a work injury, please get in touch with us. We help clients on a contingent fee basis, which means we don't get paid unless we're successful in getting our clients what they deserve. So call us, text us, go to our website. Our initial consultations are free, confidential, and would give you peace of mind because you'll start to know what your rights are. And with that, thank you for spending part of your day with me.